Lloydminster Bobcats kicked off the 2012-2013 season with the annual Evening of Champions. Fans gathered at the Lloyd X grounds for the unveiling of a new look, a new team captain, and more.
This is our biggest fundraiser of the year. Basically all the money raised this evening goes directly towards paying our team expenses, so whether it's billet costs, travel expenses, season tickets, all that sort of stuff, all the money gets kept within the team. It's absolutely huge. I mean, it's nice to get everyone together one last time before the season starts and show the team off for the first time.
The Bobcats also introduced the player who would be leading the team on the ice this season.
Is what we want to be. We want to be a hard-working team, that plays tough, that's mentally tough, and that leads by example. So yeah, I think we're pretty happy with our guy.
Their guy is veteran forward Casey Knight, who's entering his third year with the Bobcats.
I've worked hard to become a leader on this team over the past 3 years, and looking forward to having a good season with the fellas, and I just want to be the guy that they know they can go and ask anything, and I'll try my best to help them.
Former NHLers Gary Lehman, Wendell Clark, and Russ Courtnall were guests of honor at the event.
Well, I think all of us who get to play in the NHL are so blessed, and I think it's our duty to give back to our communities where we came from and to all the hockey communities that support all of us through our careers. So I just think it's something that we all need to do as current and retired players, is to give back to the communities, to the sport, and to people who aren't as lucky as us and as privileged as us to be able to do something we love to do. That's what we're supposed to do, I believe.
Well, it's fun to come back, and it's hockey related and sports related. You're coming home to a familiar area, and everybody is pretty much the same. It's always a lot of fun to getting out in the communities, being from Toronto, and we get out into a lot of the small communities in the Ontario area as well, and it's always fun you get out to the grassroots part of sports and the country. It's always a lot of fun. Everything is central around you always said you want to find somebody in a small town, go to where the hockey rink and curling rink are built, and that's where you'll find anybody if you're entering town. So it's fun to get back to those places.
The night was a huge success for the Bobcats organization, and maybe the most valuable part for the players was all the advice they picked up from the old pros.
It's unreal for the community to have those three guys come here for this evening, and they're role models for all of us. Pretty much anyone who played hockey, and all the boys are pretty jacked up to meet them and get a chance to hear some stories and stuff like that.
Oh, I think any time that you can have mentors, and for a lot of these guys, I mean, they might be a little too young, but I'll tell you what, I mean, I listen to the music that they're listening to, and we've got some retro guys in there, so I know they all know who these guys are, and they all know what type of commitment that that it took them. So, I think certainly there's something, that every one of our guys can draw here, no doubt.
You look at, for instance, tonight, the Bobcats, and I mean, they're kids with dreams, and there's nothing better than to help kids that, are focused on something, and even the ones obviously that aren't focused on something, but it's best to definitely try to help in any way you can, whether it's one of your stories that might ring a bell with one of the kids or set them off in a positive path. That's what it's all about.
They just have to play, and you got to be a great skater. You have to be mentally tough. There's so much talent out there now. The players are coming from everywhere, but you really have to love the game and stick with the game and be true to yourself and do what you're good at and love to do what you're good at. And with every player, that's a different. Whether you're a Holtby or a MacArthur or a Messier or whatever, you do what your job was growing up and good at that and be a team player, and you may have a chance. And that's the tough thing with sports, is you just may have a chance. You never know. It's a tough thing to do to make it.
After the break, we'll take a look at how suicide affects families, and we'll meet one local woman who's dedicated her life to saving others in our communities. Please stay with us.